Mhm. All right, if you can see me already, go ahead and invite somebody on. It's not supposed to be showing yet, but this thing acts so crazy sometimes. I'm just going to go ahead and start talking right now. I am almost there. Da, 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 da. All right. Title. Bam. And go live. Preview. Give me a preview. There you go. All right. I am live from everything that I can see. Yep, it says I'm live. All right. How's everybody doing today? Do me a favor. Will you invite some friends? All right. While I'm getting the screen out of the way here, because it's not supposed to be there. Okay, it's messing with me. All right, no problem. I'm presuming y'all can't see it. There you go. It just moved. Good morning. Well, no, I can't say morning. Good day. It is Monday, and Christmas is coming up very fast. Not only is Christmas coming up, but 2019 is coming up very fast. Okay. And I believe that I have picked the right topic for today. As you see here, it says, what's your goal for 2019? Now, just so I know people don't get this mixed up, and I say that because we all think a little different. I also put, what's your dream for 2019? Now, there was one more I could have put. I could have put, what's your vision for 2019? Okay. Now, some of us might say, well, what's my New Year's resolution? But look, the reason I didn't use New Year's resolution, because New Year's resolution only lasts for a couple of weeks to maybe 30 days. Okay. But now, if you've got a dream for 2019, you have a vision or a goal for 2019, that will take you all the way through the 365 days. Okay. That's very important. Now, the only thing I can't tell you is exactly, of course, what your goal is. Let me go ahead right now. I almost forgot to welcome you to Jay's Build Your Own Economy. Okay. I always like to read my favorite quote, which is whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Well, think about this. When you're writing that goal, what are you actually doing? Whatever the mind can conceive and believe. All right. So we're actually talking about the same thing. So let me say this. I can't tell you what your goal is, all right, or your dream, your vision for 2019, but I definitely know for you to function, to operate, you have to have one. Because they say a man without a vision is not alive. All right. So I want you to take this seriously and maybe go back, wind it back, and read it over again. Because I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible. See if I can't keep it down to 20 minutes. But I really think it's very important for you to be considering this time of year. Now, I don't know. One of the things you see here, if not all of that, that might be your dream. It's a possibility. Okay. If you're not dreaming that big, maybe you need to consider dreaming that big. Okay. Example, let's say, well, you say that you want to make $100,000 in 2019. That's your goal. Okay, you want to make $100,000. Okay, then rather than say $100,000, why don't you say I want to make $200,000? Yes. Now that's a real goal. That's something that will keep you up late at night and get you up early in the morning, working to achieve that. Right? Now check this out. If you miss it by 25%, whoa. So what? Your goal was only $100,000. All right, you got it? All right. Okay, let's move on. So again, what's your goal for 2019? Now, what I want to do, I want you to consider this. And I put up this so you can see because I thought it was important. Yeah, and I will be doing some reading as I'm talking to you today. All right, this is very important. It says, if you want to succeed, you need to set goals, number one. Without goals, you lack focus and direction. Listen to what they're saying now. Goal setting not only allows you to take control of your life's direction, it also provides you a benchmark for determining whether you are actually succeeding or not. Okay, remember we said that the $100,000 or $200,000 goal, if that was your goal, or it could be that you want to lose 50 pounds this year. Okay, and you give yourself a whole 365 days to do that. Now, check this out. You're not going to lose it all at once, but you can set you short benchmarks to accomplish that goal. Okay? Am I making sense? All right. Bear along with me. Now, to accomplish your goals, however, you need to know how to set them. You can't simply say, I want it and expect it to happen because it's not going to happen, right? I've been blessed to be in the direct marketing industry for more than 40 years. And I can tell you, it'll never happen. I can remember even, okay, having my little goals. What I mean by my little goals, all right, there's 52 weeks in a year. I have a weekly goal. Okay, and my week, for me, I set from Monday to Friday because I never liked working weekends. So I'm not going to tell you I didn't work weekends because I had a reward and punishment thing going on. Meaning that if I set a goal and didn't reach it by Friday, guess what I had to do? Yep, I had to work on Saturday. And I do not like working on the weekends. So where am I at? Goal setting is the process that starts with the careful consideration of what you want to achieve and ends with a lot of hard work to actually, did you hear that? Ends with a lot of hard work to actually do it. So if you're lazy, don't even start. Okay? You're one of those people with those New Year's resolutions. Because I'm telling you right now, you don't really want it. If you don't understand that you got to work to achieve your goal, you don't really want it. Right? Now, because when you say you're losing 50 pounds, brother, that, and sister, excuse me, that takes work. It doesn't just happen. In between, there are some very well-defined steps that transcend the specifics of each goal. Knowing these steps will allow you to formulate goals that you can accomplish. Now, that's kind of where we want to go. But what I want to do I want to go there now? Hold on a second. No. Yeah, I'll go ahead and share mine with you first, right? Because I think it's important. And then from here, we're going to switch up, okay? My team, this is my goal. My team goal is to impact the income of 10,000 families in 2019. Now, I should have listed the other one because my personal goal is to impact 100 people. So now when you get off, you do the math and you figure out how I came up with 10,000 families in 2019. Those 100 people play a part in that, okay? So I want you to think about that. Now, what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna stop sharing the screen so y'all can see me. There I am. All right, everybody can see me, right? Okay, now what I'm gonna do, I'm going to be doing this a different way here. What I did, and you can do this also, it's very easy. I just went online and I did a search on goal setting. And I came with this article, and I'm gonna tell you exactly where I got mine from. You can go find yours, or I've saved it, so if you want it. It came from a website called Mind Tools, okay? think it's actually mindtools.com. All right. And so that means that you'll be able to get a hard copy, or if you just inbox me, I'll send it to you. So you have some written guidelines to go by. Because what I'm going to be doing right now, I'm going to be just going over some of their 5 golden rules. Okay? Now, these 5 golden rules, it starts out that when you set goals for yourself, I'm going to read and then talk. When you set goals for yourself, it's important that you motivate you. This means making sure that they are important to you and there is value in achieving them. If you have little interest in the outcome or they are irrelevant given the large picture, then the chances of you putting in the work to make them happen are slim. Motivation is key to achieving your goal. All right, let's go back to that 50 pounds that we're talking about. Okay, let's say you're weighing a size 24 and you want to get down to an 8. And to do that, you need to lose that 50 pounds. That's the key to motivation right there. All right. That's the key to you sticking to it, is just by you doing that. Now, let me go a little further here. In fact, let me do this and see if I can. All right, there you go. All right, move that over a little bit. The screen jumped on me when I did that, believe it or not. Okay, here we go. It says set goals that relate to high priorities in your life. Without this type of focus, you can end up with far too many goals. So set goals that relate to high priorities in your life. Okay, now we're talking about a financial goal, okay? The key behind you setting a financial goal is that there's something you wish to achieve with that $100,000 or $200,000 that you desire to make. Okay, or it could be the fact that you say, I can accomplish all my financial goals with $100,000 a year. All right, which works out to be if just under $9,000 a month. That, and you're happy with that after paying taxes. That will help you to buy the house, the car you want, and all that good stuff. Okay, but remember, prices go up. No, you get my point. All right, so it makes a lot of sense. It's just set goals that relate to the high priorities of your life. Without this type of focus, you can end up with far too many goals, leaving you too little time to devote to each one. All right, so basically, all your long-term goals and short-term goals should be striving towards that one big picture. Okay. All right. Where am I at? Goal achievement requires commitment. Uh-oh. I'm hitting on some big words here. Goal achievement requires commitment. You have to be committed to your goals. So to maximize the likelihood of success, you need to feel a sense of urgency and have an I must do this attitude. Okay? Now, a lot of this, as you notice here, is tied into your belief. Your belief is very important. Well, I know you've heard me say this a million times. Success is actually right up here in your mind. That's where it's at. Okay? So all this goal setting, writing them down, all that, it works towards it. Where am I at? When you don't have this, you risk putting off what you need to do without that goal a reality. This in turn leaves you feeling disappointed, frustrated with yourself, both of which are demotivating, and you can end up with a very destructive, I can't do anything or be successful at anything frame of mind. Here we go, mind, okay? Excuse me. So again, we're right back to what I was talking about. If you notice, and you will find out later as we go through this week, that your goal setting goes along with cultivating your mind. Because again, the power of success is in here, down here. So what you're trying to do is bring it up and bring it out and bring it to existence. So when you have that goal, then of course, that gives you something to shoot for to be able to accomplish the big vision. All right? I'm trying to get too heavy on you. Yes, I do love this stuff. So here's a tip. To make sure that your goal is motivated, write down why. Ooh, I'm gonna go back. To make sure that your goal is motivating, write down why it's valuable and important to you. Ask yourself, if I were to share my goal with others, what would I tell them to convince them it was a worthwhile goal? You can use this motivating value statement to help you if you start to doubt yourself or lose confidence in your ability to actually make the goal happen. Now we're going back to one or two things. We were talking about that weight goal, okay? I use the money goal, the $200,000 a year, right? Now, understand this, and this is very important. If we're using a money goal, we know that the money is just a tool to accomplish what we really want. Example, you say my goal is to buy my mother a house. Now, you and I know that you need money to do that, okay? So on your wall, you're going to have sitting there on your vision board, buy my mother a house in, okay, let's say example 2019, in 2020. And you're going to put together the money in 2019 to do that. That, if you see it every day, you're not going to quit. Even though you might run into some problems and some detours along the way, because we know hitting a goal is not a straight line. It just doesn't work like that. All right? But that the goal is large enough, it's going to keep you focused, it's going to keep you on track. All right, let me move on. Now, some of you might have heard this before. It's called set SMART goals. Now, the problem is, though, you might not understand what the word SMART means. Okay, so I'm going to break it down for you real quick. SMART means S specific, M is measurable, A is attainable, R is relevant, and T is time bound. If you take and put it together, all right, the first initial of each, you come up with SMART goals. Okay, when you go back and listen to this, you get it a second time. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it just for a second. Let's give it the first one. The first one, of course, is set specific goals. Set specific goals. Your goal must be clear, well-defined. Vague or generalized goals are unhelpful because they don't provide sufficient direction. Remember, you need goals to show you the way. Make it easy so you can, make it as easy as you can to get where you want to go by defining precisely where you want to end up. Now, remember I said the example of you buying your mother a house in 2020, and you're going to put together the money for it in 2019. All right. So I think that's a specific goal. You can't get more specific than that. Now, the second part is set measurable, the M, set measurable goals, including precise amounts, dates, and so on. So your goal, in your goals, so you can measure your degree of success. Remember I talked about, I went all the way out a year, come back a month, come back to a week. If you want to really get deep, you can break it down to a day, okay? If your goal is simply defined as to reduce expenses, how will you know when you have been successful? In 1 month's time, if you have a 1% reduction, or in 2 years' time when you have a 10% reduction. All comes down to what your goal was. Without a way to measure your success, you miss out on the celebration that comes with knowing you have actually achieved something. So those small goals will end up helping you to realize the big goal in the end, and you'll be happy as you attain each small goal, which will keep you going until the end. All right? I pray I'm making sense. And then set attainable goals. Make sure that it's possible to achieve the goal you set. If you set a goal that you have no hope of achieving, you will only demoralize yourself and erode your confidence. Now remember, I showed you my goal of 2019, helping 10,000 families. Okay? Now, in order for me to do that, my initial goal, which is helping 100 people come on board as business partners, to reach out to each to 100, you see what I'm saying? I end up getting to my 10,000. That's why I call it a team goal. It can't be just my goal. It's a team goal that I've set for my team. I hope that makes sense to you. When you listen to it a second time, it will. All right, let me move on. What was I at? A. Okay. We got to get to the R, right? The R, set relevant goals. Goals should be relevant to the direction you want your life and career to take. By keeping goals aligned with this, you'll develop the focus you need to get ahead and do what you want. Set widely scattered and inconsistent goals, and you'll fritter your time and your life away. Okay? I could go back to that 50 pounds. Remember going from the size 24 to the size 8 dress? Okay? Relevant to the direction you want to life your goal. You have a reason for wanting to be smaller. It could be for your health. It could be to find the man you want to spend the rest of your life with. Okay? See how deep it gets? All right. So that was relevant. Set time-bound goals. Your goals must have a deadline. We talked about 1 year because you're going to buy the house in 2020, so you need 12 months you got to work to get that amount of money you need to buy that house for mom, okay? Your goals must have a deadline. Again, this means you know when you can celebrate success. When you are working on a deadline, your sense of urgency increases and achievement will come that much quicker. It also gives you a reason for getting out the bed every morning. It's very important, all right? So, we're back to that word smart. All right, that was the T in smart. And this is one I'm going to leave you with. This is my last one right here, okay? Set goals in writing. Set goals in writing. I know you've heard this before. Some of you, those of you new, possibly have not, but this is one of the most important things, all right? The physical acts of writing down a goal makes it real and tangible. You have no excuses for forgetting about it. As you write, use the word will instead of I would like or I might. For example, I will reduce my operating expenses, or I will reduce my weight down. Okay, you see what I'm saying? In this case, it would be 50 pounds. Okay, not I would like to reduce my weight down 50 pounds. No, that doesn't work. Okay, I could say I would like to fly an airplane. Would like to. All right. Or what's more comfortable for the passengers is going to be on that plane. I will learn to fly an airplane. Okay. All right. Tip 1, frame your goal statement positively. If you want to improve your retention rate, say, I will hold on to all existing employees. This is just an example for the next quarter, rather than I will reduce employee turnover. Okay. Now here's another one that says tip 2. If you use a to-do list, make yourself a to-do list template that has your goals at the top of it. If you use an action program, then your goals should be at the top of your projected catalog. All right, everybody with me on that? So I stayed within my 30 minutes like I wanted to. I was trying to stay down to 20, but as you see at 20 did not work for me. Okay? But one thing that I know for sure, that what's very important is that in you setting your goals, listen to me again, in you setting your goals, okay, you need to follow those steps. So what you need to do is make sure that you take and go back and you set this tape over again. I'm just trying to find something before I get off of here because I wanted to end with that. Yeah, no, that's not the one I wanted to end with. I wanted to go back to, if I could, this board will let me. Yeah. I want to end with something positive, and I think this is positive. If you're going to set a goal, have a goal, make it a big one, make it a huge fun, okay? Something that you can have fun with, but then have the rewards at the end of the road that you can enjoy, okay? So I'm going to end right there. I thank you. Tomorrow, I don't know what I'm going to talk about tomorrow, but let me make a suggestion to you. First of all, what I want you to do, if you've enjoyed what I put out, I would love if you would like this post, okay? Also, at the same time, as you're liking this post, please share it. Let somebody else that you know get this information. I know it could help them, because every day I'm going to start putting out something especially if you're a business owner or thinking about being a business owner. I know that what I'm going to be telling you will help you out. Okay, so share. Don't be selfish. Okay, and what did I want to leave at? Don't forget, every Monday through Friday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is where you're going to find me at right here. And I'm going to just end by saying this. If you do everything that I tell you, I know in my heart that number one, you will accomplish your goals. But most important, I will see you at the top. All right? And for those that say, well, it sounds good, but I don't think I've got the energy to do it, guess what? Then we will be waving to you from the top. All right, everybody? I wish you an awesome day. God bless. I'm out.